Christine Tumpson, editor-in-chief of WHIRL magazine. I live for it. I do. Thank you so much. Now, the only basis for comparison I have to running a magazine is Meryl Streep from Devil Wears Prada. Is it anything like that?
It's a lot like that.
You were so kind and toured me around the office today. I got to meet, I think, just about every single staff person here at WHIRL. And I'm thrilled to be at WHIRL headquarters right now.
Thank you. Isn't it wonderful?
It's beautiful, and with all of the lovely fashion spreads you do and things, even in a tuxedo, I feel underdressed to be here. And the magazine started in 2001.
Yes.
So take me back to a time in Pittsburgh before WHIRL, a very dark, colorless time before WHIRL's existence. How did it come about?
Well, my husband, Jack, who is the publisher of the magazine, and I are from Pittsburgh originally. When we met, he was a concert promoter with Star Lake here at the amphitheater, and I was a child custody attorney. We moved to Nashville, and we found ourselves in Nashville looking at Pittsburgh as a place to relocate with our kids, and everyone would say, why? Everyone. People in Nashville, people in Pittsburgh. Why would you come to Pittsburgh? And we realized that people didn't see Pittsburgh the way that we saw it, and they needed to see it, as Jack, I thought, was so brilliant, always said, they needed to see it through our eyes. They really needed to see the city from a very positive light. So we came up with the idea of the magazine and came back and launched it out of our house.
Wow.
Yes.
And that was 2001, so just
2001.
over about 10 years ago. Did you have a big 10-year anniversary?
We did. But when we launched October 2001, so our first issue came out actually 1 week after September 11th. So we really thought we were doomed from a business standpoint. But what we found is that people really wanted to connect with one another. So by showing people what it looks like in Pittsburgh, to go out and to support the nonprofits, to really be involved with having a positive spirit, it's contagious.
Oh, yeah.
Brian. It's contagious.
You surely get to go to a lot of snazzy parties, don't you?
It's wonderful, exactly. Yep. We get to go to see all of these different events. A lot of them are fundraisers, and that's a really interesting concept that is really unique to Pittsburgh in how many parties we have like this and how many fundraisers.
And I think with the perspective that you have as editor-in-chief of this magazine and what inspired you to start it, you are somebody who has really seen this city at its best. You've got a unique perspective here. How, with what you've seen and what you've experienced, what is your definition of Pittsburgh?
I think that as a city, it's one of the most beautiful cities in the world. And then the people here are really unique. I'm trying to understand now why it is that we're so happy in Pittsburgh. People are very content. We're very happy, and yet we're very forward-thinking and not pretentious. And I think that combination, I don't think is a common one. And I think that's why really the rest of the country is paying attention to us. Because when we were down, we didn't just, leave. We left and we came back with great ideas. We really support each other here.
Yeah.
Our vision's been completely supported, and so is yours now.
It's a great feeling. And WHIRL has branched out into a few, what do I want to say, satellite publications maybe?
Well,
because we've got the core magazine,
yes,
and then we also have the wedding guide, and
yes,
this is seasonally, annual? Or?
Well, so WHIRL is produced, WHIRL magazine is every month. So that is the print magazine, and we have, with WHIRL, we do 12 issues. We also have presence on 5 radio stations, CBS, as well as Wish Radio, KDKA TV, as well as Pittsburgh Today Live. We're on that every other week.
Beautiful.
So that's WHIRL Wednesday, and then we have our social media and our website.
You're out there.
You
are present
We love
everywhere.
WHIRL. We love it. We also have all of our events, Chef's Best Dish and the WHIRL Yoga Fest. We're doing a Men in Business event coming up.
Oh my gosh.
So we're really, and all of this is produced in-house by the people
I want to come play with you guys.
I know. It is. I have to say, I love coming to work every day. It is really fun. The wedding guide comes out twice a year, and that is unbelievable.
The weddings I have seen in here, you're crazy. I mean, the gorgeous.
They're all local. They're all locally produced, And we can't even tell you how many different brides and grooms and their families have found their resources from this guide.
Wow.
It is so much fun just to read it and get different ideas.
And look at all the happy couples.
And they're all happy. They're always posing on the bridge.
If I'm ever crazy enough to walk down the aisle, that's going to be cover-worthy. Okay, I'm just telling you now.
We're ready for that Friday.
I'll give you a year's notice. I'm not ready for that.
Well, we're ready. The other publication that we do, and we do publish this. This comes out 6 times a year, and this is Edible Allegheny Magazine, and this is all about the local food. It's a locavore lifestyle.
It's a great food city.
And
oh my God!
It's really taking advantage of all of the farms that we have available to us. We really are big proponents of shopping locally, buying your food from the farms. We all really believe it here. Everybody here practices what we preach. We all try to lead a very clean, locavore lifestyle. And we'll sometimes splurge for creme brulee at
That's when
11.
You call me. Okay.
Then I'll call you.
I'll be there.
But all of this is produced in-house. So we do it with our photo studio here and all of the great talent. Because we're a small business, we really have the ability to work on our arts side and work on, redesigning and coming up with fresh ideas.
I love it. I love it. I've got 2 goals in life right now. One is to lose 15 pounds, and the other is to get on the cover of this magazine.
Well, how do you get on the cover?
Yeah, how do you get to Carnegie Hall?
Yeah, exactly. Well, people ask us that all the time. And in fact, it's sometimes not so far stretched. You and I were talking before that our previous issue was before we did Bruce Springsteen is our issue now. Prior to this, we did a celebration of 13 under 30. 13 people in Pittsburgh who are really making a difference.
Under 30.
Under 30.
Well, I don't know if I can pull that off anymore.
Well, that's all right. But they all are on the cover.
That's wonderful.
So we had 13 people on.
I did see that, and I really thought.
Right. So everything's it's attainable. You never know. You never know.
So yeah, we encourage everybody to pick up the magazine. I can't help it. I'm always looking to see. I play. Who do I know this week?
Well, that's actually part of the psychological benefit of it. When you read it, we want people when they get to the very end to feel great about the city, to feel inspired to go out and do something for themselves, and also to feel a connection, to see that maybe there's something in there that might interest them. Maybe there's a person in there who they know. The funniest thing, Brian, honestly, is when people come up to us and say, my sister's best friend's neighbor's girlfriend's daughter was in your magazine.
And you hear that often, I guess.
We do. And it's the power of bringing people together.
Yeah. Now, with all of the events that you cover, and I think you've seen a lot, what do you think is the key to a great fundraiser or social event?
That is such a great question because the answer is super easy. The key is that you have to have people who are passionate about the cause. And as soon as you have that, it's everything comes together.
As attendees or as organizers?
The people who are organizing it. You really have to people who are passionate about what they're working for. With the fundraising, it can be difficult because you are really competing against a lot of different events that are coming up. And how are you going to get people to come to your event?
Yeah.
So one of the things when we started WHIRL was that we wanted to show everybody who came to events, not necessarily the chair people and the people who did it. Because one of our big lines was, what if you had a party and no one came? So we wanted to show the guests as well.
You've just defined my biggest fear.
Isn't it everyone's? Isn't it everyone's? Yeah. So that's why we wanted to show that rather than, we wanted to show the guests who came.
But that's a great insight. It's not necessarily the shrimp puffs or the ice sculptures.
No.
It's having people who are truly passionate, and it all comes together after that.
Right.
That is great advice.
Oh, thank you.
That's a valuable little gem that we've gotten here. That's wonderful.
Here's to the success of your BURGH VIVANT.
I can't help but not pick it up, because I always want to see who's in it, Right. And if I don't appear in it at least once every other month, I know I'm slipping.
Well, definitely, we are kindred spirits. Of course, I feel it too. I feel it.
Pittsburgh was ranked the 3rd rudest city in America. I thought to myself, well, they must have talked to somebody right after the Steelers lost or something. I mean...
Our biggest thing that we have, as I told you, we have a Men in Business event coming up, and this is where we're going to have We would love for you to come.
Let's schedule. Wait, now define business. I'm sure I could.
It's a broad stroke, darling.
Got
You'll
it.
fit in.
Then I'll be there. Right?
You'll be great. That was. I think I'll have to have some more of my martini.
Yeah.